Welcome to Chicko's Dustbin video show. Today's episode is the 1977 film Kingdom of the Spiders, directed by John Bud Carlos. The movie opens up with Woody Strode as Colby and Sammy Davis Jr.'s wife Altovise as his wife Birch. Their prize calf is out playing in the field until something small and fast attacks it. The audience is introduced to animal doctor Robert Rack Hansen and his lady friend. Rack and the lady, who we learn is his former sister-in-law, Terry, are horsing around until she calls him by his dead brother's name, which kills the mood. Rack gets a call from Colby the rancher about his calf who he found unconscious in the field, foaming at the mouth. Rack is mystified to how a 200-pound calf could just drop dead while its owner is more worried about the Black Death. Rack drives off to the city to get some more blood tests done, while Colby is more concerned about a possible quarantine. Despite worrying about a quarantine, Colby has no qualms about throwing his little doggo out in the middle of the night. Check out these two local yokels haggling over a retread tire. The grease monkeys haggle to $5 and agrees to sell him a bald-ass tire but gets bitten by a spider when it's dragging it out of his nasty-ass shed. Tiffany Bolling arrives in the town driving a Mercedes as Diane Ashley, a potential love interest for Billy Shatner. The two cross paths at the local gas station/garage. She confuses him for a gas jockey and he plays it up. Diane checks into the place that Rack recommended and asks around for Dr. Robert Hansen, unbeknownst to her that she already met him. Rack tells the sheriff about the possibility of quarantining the area, which pisses the mayor off because the county fair is only 3 weeks away. Diane finally meets Rack formally with the results of the blood work from the dead calf. A spider bite killed the calf. He tries to use his Shatner charm, but she just brushes him off. Later that night, we catch a spider getting a little playtime with Diane. I bet Rack was jealous. A couple of days later, Colby realized that he forgot he had a dog and tries to call him back home. Diane and Rack drive out to the Colby ranch to discuss the death of his calf when they make another discovery, courtesy of his wife Birch. Woody Strode may have been a badass on the silver screen and on the gridiron, but he sucks as an animal owner. He lost a dog and a calf within a 3-day period. Diane tells him that a spider killed him too, but Rack, the ever-doubting Thomas, still can't believe a spider could kill a large dog and a 200-pound calf. Colby tells the two of a large spider mound he found in the back of his ranch. Rack ditches Diane, who's infatuated with the spider mound, to spend some time with his sister-in-law and niece. After visiting Terry, Shatner's charisma level is recharged and is at full peak and uses it to woo Diane. The two go out and have a dinner of liquid bread, and he explains to Diane how he got the name Rack, his brother's death in Vietnam, and how he has to take care of his brother's family the Old Testament way. Rack later on pulls out every single trick from his hat of charisma to finally melt the frozen heart of Diane while researching on the Spider Hill. Hey, and it works. Later on that night, they all gather for a midnight Spider Hill burning. But it's interrupted when one of Colby's bulls gets loose, knocks everyone down to the ground, and dies from a massive spider venom overdose. Every time one of his animals dies, a cash register rings inside his head. The Colbys are more than happy to burn down the Spider Hill and watch in glee as they murder hundreds of them. But the brainiac spiders built a fire escape in their home. Rack brings Diane to meet his niece and former sister-in-law, who has an emotional breakdown after they go off horseback riding. A defeated Colby leaves the ranch and Birch to drive off and clear his head, but picks up a few hitchhikers along the way. The spiders fulfill their vendetta against Colby by taking him out. Shatner works his charm on Diane while his niece plays in the background, who nearly gets bitten by a spider. Rack, on his way back home, finds the sheriff at a crash site and discovers that Colby got whacked by the spiders who left their calling card. The sheriff drives up to the Colby ranch to tell Birch that he has good news and bad news. Bad news is her husband is dead, but the good news is she can now marry Sammy Davis Jr. But the spiders have other plans for her. The town gossip queen and telephone operator, whom Rack made a move on in grade school, puts a call through for Diane from the lab telling them the spider venom is super toxic. The local authorities discover over 20 spider mounds on the Colby ranch and want to firebomb it with DDT. Diane pleads with the mayor, saying it'll only make the situation worse, but he doesn't believe in science, especially coming from educated womenfolk. The mayor ignores her and tells the sheriff he wants a pesticide holocaust on those spider mounds. Rack tries to reason with the mayor, but he wants the county fair to go on no matter what. Rack finds a crop duster who is more than willing to commit arachnid genocide. Jesus Christ, I'm starting to sound like the Love Society doves. But those crafty spiders are always one step ahead of the humans and have already made their move. As they take out the crop dusting pilot. With Plan A failing, the authorities move on to Plan B, which is, I don't know. Now it's Birch's turn as the spiders mark her off the hit list. Why is she shooting at them instead of stepping on them? You humans are really stupid. Check out this all-American meal. White bread sandwich, mayonnaise, plain potato chips, along with some iceberg lettuce. God bless America. Terry, calling for her daughter Linda, looks outside and freaks out, grabs the nearest weapon to try and rescue her daughter from the spiders. Rack and Diane arrive to evacuate Terry and Linda, only to come across her lifeless body out in the front yard. But he manages to save little Linda. Before they can drive off, they have to throw all the spiders out of the truck cabin. Why don't these clowns ever roll up the windows? The trio hold up in the Washburn Lodge, where Shatner demonstrates his overacting. Diane explains to Emma Washburn how the spiders, led by the tarantulas, have formed an army that is marching towards the town. As Diane, Emma, and Rack begin to leave the lodge, they notice that the spiders are trying to lay siege to the building, while the toilet chemical king and his wife run inside for safety. While looking for fire extinguishers, Rack finds the lodge's lazy handyman all webbed up. From the looks of it, he either passed out from drinking too much Old Crow or found the local teenagers' girly magazines. I guess checkout time has been delayed. The sheriff arrived to tell them that several people have been cocooned by spiders. The sheriff tries to call for help, but the switchboard operator has discovered the original World Wide Web. The Miller Brewing Company must have bankrolled this turkey because their product placement is everywhere. Emma's cooking up some grub, but not the ones I eat. Check out the salt rack. Hey boys, we got through. Let's get those humans. Emma freaks out and wastes a whole pot of salt stew, which probably had less sodium than a packet of top ramen. Rack comes to the rescue while wasting a canister of fire retardant. Now the movie enters Night of the Living Dead territory as they try to board up the windows despite the fact spiders hate bright light. The designated babe in peril, Linda, has to be rescued from the spiders for a third time and nearly dies when they toss her on the ground. Check out Rack there, wasting all that fire retardant. Now the spiders are coming through the chimney. Why didn't they light a fire in the first place? I have no idea. Captain Kirk's knowledge finally came through and gets a blaze going. The spiders have finally arrived in the town. And they're winning a war against the humans. I bet they're having a real good buffet with the town fatty. I don't think the sheriff is going to be re-elected this fall. And from the looks of it, the town will be looking for a new mayor as well. Our heroes are stuck in the lodge and miss the spiders overthrowing the local government and establishing a arachnid kingdom. At least they have an open bar. The spiders have now gathered up enough strength to break the plate glass window. This is why you need dual pain. Now these clowns go full Night of the Living Dead and board up all the windows, but it didn't work against zombies and it sure hell ain't gonna work against tiny spiders. The lights go out and Rack goes downstairs to check on the fuse box, but it's full of spiders. With no spare on hand, he tries the old penny in the fuse bit. The spiders break free and jump on Shatner, wanting some of that energetic, overacting blood. His overacting abilities make him impervious to toxic supervenom. While upstairs, they did a real good job of fixing up the plate glass window. Aw, some lucky lady spider gave him a hickey. Night of the Spiders has ended, with Dawn of the Spiders is here. Emma wakes up Rack, who has a nice spider hickey on his face. Rack sees the rest of the gang hanging out, trying to listen to the fireside chats. Upon hearing if there is no state of emergency, they all look out the window to see if the coast is clear. Sadly, it's not. The end. Jesus Christ, this movie was bad. I don't know which one was worse. William Shatner's overacting or the human stupidity. This film was one of the many nature gone bad genres, which also includes such gems as Frogs, Phase 4, Grizzly, Empire of the Ants, Day of the Animals, and The Savage Bees, just to name a few. Yes, humans, there comes a time when us animals have to come around and give you a little reminder to let you know who's the boss. Thank you, humans, for watching. My name is Chicko Dee, and I hope you have a wonderful day.